Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is going on, guys? It is Daniel, and we're back here again today. Today we have a video. Happen to see this on my YouTube feed. This is YouTuber Jadion, who has, I think, around 3 million subscribers. He's very big on YouTube. And suddenly he's posted this video titled Turning My Life to Christ. This is pretty interesting. This guy, I don't know if you guys are aware, most of you or not, he's not like I wouldn't say he's a super degenerate, YouTuber, because you do have some content creators that do post things that are, like I said, degenerate. This guy always, to me, not that I watch a lot of his content, but he was pretty mild. I don't really remember him cursing too much or posting profane things. But something has happened, supposedly that is making him want to change his life and give his life to Christ. So this is pretty interesting to see. And myself, I've been a atheist turned into a Christian before, and now I'm a Muslim. So I think I can have perhaps a unique perspective here, and let's see if we can offer him some sincere advice from the Muslim perspective to this brother that is clearly searching for God. So let's see what he has to say. Just a short video here where I think he's going to explain kind of what's going through his mind. Before we get into the video, I want to make all of you aware that I have just recently launched my very own weight loss course. This course is the culmination of everything I've learned and that I've taught through my past 3 years of coaching people through weight loss. This course is designed alongside the physiological laws of the human body. There's no calorie counting, there's no fasting required, none of that. It's very easy to follow, and it's a nutritional system that you can follow for the rest of your life that will change your relationship with food and allow you to reach your body composition goals. If you're interested in learning more about it, check the link in the description.
Time to talk to y'all boys, man. You know what? I'm not gonna let Cry Dion come out. There's no point in letting Cry Dion. I thought for a second, your boys trying to turn to God, y'all. I'm not trying to put like my pinky toe in no more. I'm not gonna just be sitting on the edge of the pool. I want to jump full in. I want to dive all in, chat. So that's all I'm gonna say. But I don't want to just talk the talk. I want you guys to like see it in my actions. You feel me? I was with my girl. We were Ubering back from her college, and then right when we got back to the crib, the Uber driver,
So you can tell he mentioned here his intention is partly so his audience can see. So you can tell he has good intentions. He wants to be a good example. I don't think it's coming from a place of pride, like he wants to appear as a good person, even though he's not inside. I think he has good intentions here. So he says he's coming back from an Uber ride here.
back at us and she asked us a question. Me answering it made my heart sunk. But she said, if you guys were to die right now, would you go to heaven or would you go to hell? I had to be honest with myself. I had to look into myself, and I was like, the way I'm living right now, if God was to take my breath away right now, I'm going to hell. I couldn't even lie about it.
How do you know that? I want to ask Jadion honestly, how do you actually know that? You don't actually know that. And no one does. No one knows. Christians like to claim, oh, well, you Muslims don't know, and only we know. But Christians amongst themselves, there's Christians that will tell you that unless you're baptized in their exact church or their exact denomination, then you're going to hell. So Christians amongst themselves don't even agree how to go to heaven and what takes you to hell and what takes you to heaven. So no one knows. No one knows. That's why God is the judge. What would be the point of having a judge if you already knew if you're going to heaven or going to hell? It doesn't make any sense. So whoever asked this question, he said it was his Uber driver, probably trying to evangelize him. They don't know what they're talking about. They were trying to influence him to probably come to their sect of Christianity by scaring him and making him think that, oh, you might go to hell, and if you do what I do, you'll for sure go to heaven. Which this is like the original con of Christianity, Paul's version of Christianity, where if you just believe in this event that happened, then you go to heaven automatically, and it doesn't really matter how exactly you live your life. You just have to believe. So, all right, let's see where he's going. So he thinks, for whatever reason, he's gonna go to hell. Let's see.
You feel me? Like, and you know what's crazy, chat? I be letting so many worldly things dictate how my day's gonna go. You feel me? You got people out here that are battling cancer,
Mm.
having horrible, like, you know, being victims of horrible crimes and all kinds of stuff, right? And they still have the ability to put a smile on their face and be genuinely happy. I get a strike on my channel and I'm not able to post for a week. I'm over here in the slumps. You would have thought my dog died, chat, the way I was around here acting when I was gone for that week, bro. Just pouting, being moody, being rude to people. The only reason why I was acting like that is because I'm letting worldly things dictate how my spirit is. And like, you
How your spirit is? Yeah, I mean, I see what he's saying, and this is a good thing. I mean, in Islam, right, we say Alhamdulillah. We give Allah praise for everything. And really, you should say Alhamdulillah, even if something bad happens to you. Still, Alhamdulillah, because you don't know better than Allah. Allah is the greatest of all planners. So when he's saying here that his YouTube channel got a strike or something, and then he was on a bad mood, he was able to recognize that actually it'd be better to trust in God and be grateful for what you have instead of being all pouty about it. And he even mentioned how like some people they have much they're much worse off than him, and still they're able to be happy. So this is a good thing. This is something that we as Muslims really try to practice as much as we can.
know, the Bible talks about it all the time. You know, you can't be moved by the world. You have to hate the world. Chat, like, it's crazy.
You hear this a lot in Christianity. What is that? You have to hate the world and hate the flesh. I don't know. I can't remember exactly where that's in the Bible and what context it's within, but you can really misinterpret that easily. I mean, think about it. If you hate the world, you should hate the world, really? So like your family is part of the world. No? Food is part of the world. Should you really hate these things, or should you seek to find some kind of middle path where you can live synergistically with them and be spiritually healthy while also having a healthy worldly life? This kind of this hate word seems extreme. Hate the world. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Like, Jesus is telling me that I have to hate the world, but the world loves me. You feel me? And that's like a honest predicament that I thought I was in. But really, it's an easy solution, bro. Like, if I'm gonna follow the spirit, I'm not gonna have a problem putting away worldly things. And I just had to like look at myself, chat, and I had to just think, if I do
He said he's not gonna have a problem. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that easy.
follow
Never
Jesus,
that easy.
if I do follow his word to tooth and nail of what it is, front to back, then I'm not gonna be Jadeon anymore. I'm not gonna be popping. I'm not gonna be on your guys' For You pages with edits. I'm not gonna be having the ASAP Rockies and the Mark Wahlbergs hit me up. I'm not gonna be having the NBA ask me to do stuff and like
You don't
for
know
the
that.
longest, chat. Like, I've been pushing this off for like the last year and a half, 2 years. But I was like, I'm not ready yet. Like, I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to do it yet. But after that lady got done talking to me, it was like, if I were to die right now, with me chopping it up with ASAP Rocky, with me chopping it up with Mark Wahlberg or Mark Cuban, or going to the Simon charity match, would any of that really matter, chat? No, it really.
I don't see why it's mutually exclusive. Why can't you have both? I mean, what's wrong with meeting people? I mean, he mentioned a musician and Mark Wahlberg. Who is that? Oh yeah, that's the actor. Yeah, well, I mean, why can't you have both?
It
Seems like he's trying to go too extreme.
really wouldn't. Jesus tells us in the Bible, it's easier for a needle to go through a camel than for a rich man to go to heaven.
He,
And chat, man, you know,
He meant to say, he said a needle to go through a camel. I think what he meant is it's a camel. There's a verse in the Bible. It says something like, it's easier for a camel to go through a needle, that like through the eye of a needle. It's really small, right? A camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go to heaven. But I don't think, I remember when I was Christian, my priest talking to me about this verse, and it wasn't saying that just because you're rich means you're going to go to hell. It was a specific context in which there was a guy that was really rich, and he was idolizing his money, and he had to make a decision. You know, does he want to have money, or does he want to go to heaven? I believe that was the context. So yeah, I don't know what's going through his mind here. It kind of seems like he's about to just drop everything and and go born again Christian mode. I hope he doesn't do that, because it would be fruitless.
thanks to you guys, you know, I've acquired a very nice fortune, you know? And I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but this fortune that I have on earth is nothing compared to the fortune I can have in the kingdom of heaven. This is just me like really talking to y'all. Like, this is
I'll take it.
me trying to just be so
I'll send him my Cash App.
100% transparent. But God tells us that a bird doesn't have to worry about where he's going to get his next meal from. And then he said, are you not better than a bird? I'm way better than a bird. So why am I tripping? Why am I tripping? You know the crazy thing about it, chat? I'm going to just spill the beans to y'all, bro. I'm going to be honest. So I was about to take a gambling deal, chat. I was about to take a gambling deal. I was about to do a deal with my bookie. I was giving myself so many reasons to take the deal. I was like,
Gambling is not forbidden in Christianity, so I don't know where he's getting this from. If I'm not mistaken, there's no mention of gambling being forbidden in the Bible. I'm pretty sure.
oh, I could pay my
Now, if you come to Islam, brother, yes, for sure, this is haram. You cannot take a gambling deal.
employees more. I'll be able to do cool events.
But this just goes to show, it's like, even though it's not in the Bible, your human, in Islam we call fitra, your nature knows that gambling is wrong. You know intuitively nothing good is going to come from it. Right? This is just your fitra. This is just your nature. And the beauty of Islam is that it aligns with that human nature. So while Islam, it does require some discipline and effort for sure. It's actually, at the end of the day, it's actually relatively easy because it's so aligned with the human fitra. Everything, all the rules are there and they make sense why they're there. So because they make sense to your own human nature, they're actually easier to follow because of that. It's kind of like, imagine following rules that you know don't make any sense. Of course, it's going to be very difficult to do. You're going to be forcing yourself the whole way. But if you follow rules and you know why you follow the rules and they align with your nature, it's not that hard.
And I was trying to trick my brain into saying, oh, I'll be able to work more directly with these sporting companies and everything. Chat, bro, I was going to be making a lot of money. And for minimum work. But that's the reason why it's minimum work, is because like you guys clicking that link to the gambling page would be making up what they're paying me. You feel me? Because I even talked to Nico about it, right? And I was like, yo, Nico, man, I think I'm gonna do it. And Nico was like, don't do it, bro. Like, you're not that person. I was giving Nico every excuse under the bus, and he was just like, man, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but this isn't you, bro. And he was like, don't do it. My spirit was telling me not to do it, but I was just listening to my flesh, man. Bro, I'm telling you guys, do not listen to your flesh, bro. And you guys might be wondering, like, what are you saying by that? You'll know when you're in that circumstance. Do not give in to your flesh. Your flesh hates everything that your spirit's about, and the spirit wants nothing to do with everything that the flesh is about. So there's never a gray area with those things, you know?
I get what he's saying. Like you do have to deny your desires to really follow God. But it's not as extreme. It's not as black and white as he's making it out to be. It's not. And Islam is the gray area that he's just said doesn't exist. That is Islam. Like, for example, if you really want to deny your flesh, okay, then you're going to be celibate for the rest of your life. because of course it's a fleshly desire to to do that, right? It's this fleshly desire. However, there's a way to do that that's lawful. That's to get married, right? There's an outlet for that. It's completely permissible. It's beneficial. It's not black and white. And eating, okay? If you completely deny your flesh, okay, so I'm not gonna eat. And this is like I know this sounds a little bit silly, but people will take this stuff to extremes. I did it myself. I did it myself. I used to fast. I was so skinny because I thought it was bad to eat. I thought it was better if we don't eat because we deny the flesh, right? And it obviously that didn't work well for me. I went basically crazy because I was starving. So you just have to be careful. I don't know where he's getting this information from. It's just I think he really is lacking guidance here. But the point I want to make is that you can balance the flesh and the spirit, and that is what Islam is. It's it's the middle way where you can live in this world correctly, and that correct way is the most spiritually healthy way and also physically healthy way. It all lines up. It's the same path.
It's either black and white. That's one of the things in life.
No, it's
That's
not
one of
black
the
or
only
white.
things in life that's black and white is your flesh. So the flesh and the spirit, what they both want. Fast
Just go in
forward, it's
preacher
getting
mode.
closer and closer to us finishing the deal and stuff. And then I was talking to Young Don, and he read this one verse, and I
Oh,
hadn't
young
even told him
Don.
about this yet. But here,
Young Don has got influence here. Not surprised.
let me find it for y'all real quick. Then he told them a parable. A rich man's land was very productive. He thought to himself, what should I do since I don't have anywhere to store my crops? I will do this, he said. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones and store all my grain and my goods there. Then I'll say to myself, you have many goods stored up for many years. Take it easy, eat, drink, and enjoy yourself. Bro, chat, the crazy thing about it is I literally had a number in my head. I was like, once I get to this number, I'll be good and my children are gonna be good and I'll just be chilling, bro, you know? Like I was still gonna be creating content here and there, but like I had a number in my just like how he did, I had a number in my head and I was gonna store up to that number. I was gonna store up in my barn to that number and I was gonna take it easy, I was gonna eat, I was gonna drink, and I was gonna enjoy myself, right? And then in verse 20, but God said to him, you fool, this very night your life is demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be? Chat, there's nothing on this earth when you die that is yours. There is nothing that you own.
It's
Once we're
true.
in the dirt, once we're gone, it doesn't matter. Like it's not like, oh, that's his, he's still gonna hold on to it. It's free real estate, you know? If someone dies and they don't have nobody in their will, what happens? The government takes it. If someone dies and their bank account's been sitting there for a while, what's gonna happen? The bank's gonna take it. There's nothing in this world that when we die is ours. And then
It's not the point, the government or the bank taking it. The point is that when you face God on Judgment Day, everything that you amassed, all wealth, um, anything, relationships, cars, anything, it's all gone. You're standing there bare with only your deeds. The point is not that when you die, you can't keep your stuff, and someone else is going to take it. And also, this is not to say that you can't amass money while you're alive. There's nothing wrong with that. It just don't expect it to be beneficial for you after you die in the afterlife because it can't.
in Luke, the next verse, that's how it is with the one who stores up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God. And bro, that's literally what I would have been doing if I took that gambling deal, chat. I would be storing up for myself instead of God. I would be storing up.
That's true.
Like I was trying to make it seem like, oh, for you guys, just do more giveaways or my parents. But no, it was my own selfish needs. Bro, I don't need any more money. I really
I don't
don't.
even smoke weed.
That's it. That's it. video titled "Turning My Life to Christ," and I think and some profane music there. I don't know. I'm not gonna listen to check out. All right, so I think this guy, this man, Gideon, I think he has good intentions, but I think he's severely lacking guidance. I hope he watches this video, and I hope he goes to his local masjid, talks to somebody with knowledge about Islam. I mean, he's talking to young Don. To me, I have a video on my channel. If you scroll back a little bit, about it was like Sneeko and Young Don, and it seemed like Young Don was a little bit interested in Islam. So we'll see, inshallah, on Mr. Gideon, but I think he would be a good Muslim. It seemed like like with the gambling thing, like he's already a Muslim inside. He knows gambling is wrong. There's nothing in Christianity that says gambling is wrong. Nothing. If I'm not mistaken. If you can prove me otherwise, please do. But pretty sure there's no ruling on gambling inside of Christianity. Yet he knows it's wrong. That's in Islam. Clear as day. This is forbidden. No gambling. So again, this has to do with human fitra. I think what this brother is doing is noble. He's just lacking guidance. So may Allah give him hidayah and all of us. So interesting to see what's happening on the zeitgeist of pop culture. I think a lot of people are realizing that the worldly things are empty, you know, as far as, you know, wealth and stuff. It only goes so far. It's a dead end. Eventually you can get all that stuff, but you still feel empty. I mean, this is a great example. This guy's 3 million subscribers on YouTube. I can only imagine the amount of revenue he's making, and you get brand deals involved and everything. He just got loads of money. He admitted it himself. So, yep, another one. I mean, it happened to me. I mean, it's inevitable. God is inevitable. So good to see this brother, you know, putting an effort and wanting to change his life. But inshallah, he will be guided to Islam. I think he could be. I really do. I hope he sees this video. Give this video a thumbs up to help boost the algorithm. So hopefully you can see it. And inshallah, we will see you all in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.